Yeah.
We're alive. We're live.
Yo, guys, we're going live, so tune into YouTube. We're gonna be live streaming right now.
En vivo y a todo color.
We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Check. Look, I even had to put on the orange sneakers.
Ooh wee!
Matches. T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? We are live. We are live. All right, cuz. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, yeah.
No, they didn't.
Should I look elegant, like cross my legs? How do we do this? Hey,
right there, we can see
everybody out
everybody.
there. We are.
See, I seen behind the scenes and everything.
All right, guys, so you could tune in right now to YouTube.
Tune in,
and
guys.
go to the Human
We
Fur
are-
channel,
we are
Human
live.
Fur.
We don't
And you
even know
can see
what
us
we're
on
talking
there
about.
live streaming.
But we're just doing hair choppers. It's the first podcast. We're gonna bring up barber topics.
Head Choppers Radio.
And sorry. We're just gonna bring up a bunch of things. This is Kino. Go check out his website. We got Brian. This is all Human Fur Dream Team, Southside, MVP. Got Nate the Barber over here. He's gonna make an appearance pretty soon. But we're just gonna start. We're just gonna try to start this off and get everything going. And week by week, we're gonna get better. We're gonna do better. We're gonna have more, and it's gonna be pretty big. It's just gonna keep going. Yeah, I didn't really shave myself up, you know. It's no shave November. I gotta be natural, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. So, yeah.
Bueno, mi gente, ya empezamos la primera ronda.
Go on the-
Vamos
go on
a
the
estar
live
hablando de
there.
muchas cosas que hacemos nosotros los barberos y o sea, hay muchas cosas que van a importar en
Got started, Phil. Started live.
Start the live?
Yeah.
para que vean, estamos en vivo.
Start the live.
What's up, guys? All right. So,
Oh,
welcome to
yeah.
the Human Fur channel. Welcome to the first podcast by Head Choppers Radio. We're sponsored by Dream Team Cuts and Human Fur. We hosted by me, Brian the Barber Official, El Phil the Barber, and Kino the Barber.
Kino!
Thank you for tuning in. So, Kino, first to start off with you, man, you got KinoTheBarber.com, man. So this is pretty awesome what you got going. You got a lot of the ceramic blades, which are really popular. You got the airbrushes. You got the blades, straight razor blades. How did you come up with to come out to be a supplier as well for barbers out here in Connecticut?
Well, first of all, I was the one buying the
Okay.
the ceramic blades and noticed how a lot of people were like into it, and you know that everybody it was on high demand. So I was looking around and finally got in touch with a couple of people
Nate, let
that
me see
really
those
helped me
blades right
out
there.
on
No, passing
how to supply other people and even companies. And from there on, I started reading books about how to become the main man, and it's going well. It's going well. I mean, I'm selling here in the United States, Puerto Rico,
These,
overseas, Brazil.
these
everywhere.
are the.
Yo, my
ceramic
man's is
blades.
going international, period, man. He's
yeah,
all
we-
over. But y'all want those Andes TI line of ceramic blades. They're great,
Oh.
man.
All different colors.
All different colors. He got
All
the black
different
ones.
sizes.
Got
He-
the
I think
black-
he's the only one with the black ones
Yeah.
right now.
Tell you the
So,
truth.
We got the black zirconia blades, which are a little bit more stronger, and it's on high demand. A lot of people are asking, like, where the hell you get this from? I mean, hey,
Kino got him. That's
Kino got him,
him.
baby.
It doesn't matter where he gets
KinoBarber.com.
them.
That's all
If
you
you
ain't
want
gotta
him,
go.
you got him.
KinoTheBarber.com. That's
So-
what you got him.
but
Phil,
I can help you. If calling us, we're not working today.
Yeah. But listen, it's our first podcast. It's like an introductory. We're doing it's Human Fur. You know,
Human
Dream
Fur.
Team Cuts.
This is our sponsor.
And,
El Phil, introduce yourself a little bit, man. Let them know who you are
My
and,
name
and how
is-
you got into this industry.
My name is Phil the Barber, ill Phil. They call me ill Phil because I'm ill. I started becoming pretty ill around in the 90s. Yeah, I'm a OG in this game, but I tell you the truth. You want to know how I started or just what?
I'll let them know how you started, how you got
Okay.
into the fascination of becoming a barber and letting this be your career path.
Okay, so it's a pretty long story, so I'm gonna just cut it real short. I started cutting around 13 years old. I started cutting my brother's hair. I was in the backyard cutting his hair. The neighbor seen it. It was right before back to school, and she said, "I'll give you $5 if you could cut my son's hair." I said, "Okay." So I started doing. I did it. I knew how to draw. I used to draw. I used to be fascinated with like drawing palm trees and fading out. So I was like, it can't be that hard with clippers. So my mother bought me a machine called the Flowbee. You connect it to a vacuum. Y'all remember the Flowbee?
Hell yeah.
So we went and bought these wall clippers, these cheap wall clippers from like Bradley's or Caldors or wherever it was back then, which is now like Walmart. So we bought that. I was just, back then we used to have like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell type of hair, just
Oh,
fading on the
man.
side,
Yeah,
crazy on top.
yeah.
I lost it now, but that's how the hairstyle was. So I used to just fade. I faded my brother. My neighbor wanted to cut. I ended up cutting his hair. I got $5 from it, and I was 13. All of a sudden, there's about 13 kids in the neighborhood, and they used to see me outside in the back cutting. So it was like $5 here, $5 there, $5 there. And to tell you the truth, I did it because I had an addiction to Jordans. I was addicted to Michael Jordan sneakers. So I figured, hey, the more hair I could cut, the more sneakers I could buy. So I did. I just cut like crazy. I was cutting hair, I cut hair. That's how it started. But I got really obsessed with it when, I want to say like mid 2000s. I knew I was pretty good. I wanted to make something out of this. My best friend, my partner, Gabriel Gonzalez, Gabi the barber, go follow him. He believed in me when I didn't, so he was like, Phil, stop effing around. You need to be a barber. So I started doing it. He brought me into the barber shop at Edge Masters. Shout out to Ray. He's the one who started Edge Masters. But I used to see other barbers like Ant the Barber, June, Gabi, Lou. And I used to be like, man, this is, people showed them love. And it was dope, like everything, the whole game. Just being at the shop, the people you had the OGs, the hustlers, the young kids. They all look up to barbers for some reason, because we could change somebody's style. We could put a smile on somebody's face when they're frowning. We can take a 5 to a 10. This is what barbers could do, and I wanted to feel that. So I started working in the barbershop. I lost a little interest midway through, because it was like, I was the guy, me being white, being in Hartford, it's pretty hard to be like, it was hard being a barber because people would just walk by you, not being like, plus I had a lot of veterans behind me, so they stuck me in the front and they would just walk by me. So I was like, I don't want to be that guy, man. So what it was I worked my butt off. I ended up cutting somebody up from UConn, and nobody in the shop wanted to cut him up. Jonathan Manodub. He came into the shop, nobody wanted to cut him up. I guess everybody got nervous, and I was like, I'll cut it up. I ended up cutting his hair. He went back to school. The whole team, I guess, liked it. They called me up about a week later, and like that's when I knew. I'm like, oh man, our state team is requesting me to cut their hair. I was like, that must have did a pretty good job. So right there, I had confidence. I built my brand. I knew this is really what I wanted to do, and that's like the main point in how I got like where I'm at. What I really wanted to do was like that moment right there when I had the confidence. To me, they were celebrities, right? Because we're in Connecticut, we don't have any big teams. So once I did that and I did good, I was like, pfft. Plus at the time they had good players on the team. So it was like that right there took me.
Huskies, baby.
Huskies, baby. That right there took me from here. My head was here. And then I even just got better as time went, and anything can happen. Now people can't come into the shop and even, I have the first chair, people don't even pass by me. They stop right here, they wait for me, they request me. It's like, I have to go out. Man, I love it, man. I just love this.
That's dope, man.
I could explain so much more, but
Yeah.
that's really where it all started, and that's how I got addicted. And just making people feel good and look good it's a great feeling. Yep.
Yeah, man,
So-
it's a great feeling. Kino, let them know a little bit about you. Introduce yourself to our fans out
Everybody that's tuning in right now,
Well,
shout out to
Kino the
y'all.
Barber.
If y'all want to be on this,
We everywhere today.
yeah, we're everywhere. I'm sorry. Let them go.
This
but
is this is
reaching
the
out to y'all,
beginning
y'all
of
want to be part of the podcast.
our
just tune
podcast.
in. We
And
have
so
cameras
you can know a
everywhere
little bit
loaded.
about me.
Please request to be live. We'll
I'm
put you on.
originally from Yabucoa. So you can know a little bit about me.
Please request to be live. We'll
I'm
put you on.
originally from Yabucoa, Puerto Rico. I've been a barber for 13 years now, and really started in Puerto Rico, cutting hair for like $2, you know. But when I really made the change to Cleveland, Ohio, where a lot of people don't even know that I was in Ohio and I went to school there. I
Wow.
spent time, years, everything. But
That's where you got your license?
no, I gotta
Oh yeah, you got Miss
Yeah,
Payne.
I gotta hear
Miss
with Miss
P,
Payne.
you gotta
You learn
hear.
how to
Our
you learn
teacher.
peeling potatoes, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing was that it was so good to see other people like real happy about getting a haircut and stuff like that, you know. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start cutting hair and forget about the streets and street life and all that stuff.
Chef signed in, man. What's
Yeah,
up,
Chef,
Chef?
just salute to Chef, man. What's
Chef,
up,
you
Chef?
gotta be here. You should
Saludos.
be here.
And you know, I started. My bad.
Get over
I
here.
started.
There you
I
go.
started.
Get another ring light over here.
I started
Get a what?
working
Ring
on
light.
different.
That one over there?
I started working on everywhere. Like people used to call me, hey, can you go to my apartment? Hey, can you go to my house? And it was good and everything, but the cops came in one
Oh,
time.
wow, wow.
they thought I was selling drugs, and I wasn't. I literally changed my life around,
Where's this going?
but it didn't work, and just because of that, I had to get my things together and started going to, you know, looking around to see what school I gotta go to and all this stuff. And I ended up going to Miss Payne Hill, which is
Okay.
down the street too.
Yeah.
And she really helped me a lot. And finally got my license after 3 times, trying. And I never gave up. I never gave up. Even though my English is not the best, and you know, sometimes it's hard for me to understand stuff, but you know what? When you work hard and when you really want this stuff, man, things really happen. And it did for me. And she helped me out. She got me in there. I remember we used to go to like churches, we used to go to shelters and give out free haircuts and it just the face that people, even though they're going through a lot of stuff and even living on the streets, that once you get them a haircut, it's like, wow, you made their life. And I mean, to me, that was like, that's it. And another thing, I was in school a lot, and back then when I was in high school, I used to have a little trimmer. I used to shape everybody up
We're on
on
YouTube
study
Live right
hall.
now.
The teacher
You guys
was
can
mad
tune
at
in
me like,
YouTube
Live.
"¿Qué tú haces, Gilberto?" You know what? I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this. I like this. So
Hey, bring
You
that
know,
one over here
and-
real quick.
it just got into me, and now I'm so obsessed with this that people call me crazy because sometimes I wake up at 5 in the morning. I mean, I start at 5 in the morning and finish like around 6, 7,
Yeah.
and I don't say it's
That's
crazy.
gotta be the barber.
I
It's a passion.
yeah, I just love cutting hair
Uh.
so much. It's crazy. It's what I love to do. And
This guy. That's
what's
guy.
up?
What's going on, man?
We,
Yeah, I know you need a haircut.
and hey, from there on, I took off and got my license.
Awesome,
and
man.
Got everything together,
That's great.
and I could say barbering changed my life.
Yeah, barbering changes a lot of our
What
life,
about you,
man.
Brian?
All right, so a little bit about me, and I'm gonna get straight to the point.
Hey, Jacob.
So basically, with me, I'm born in the Bronx. My mother brought me out here when she was pregnant. She didn't want to have any babies in Puerto Rico. So I was born in the Bronx, New York. After the year, we went back to Puerto Rico, and I was really raised in PR. By the age of 11, I came back to New York, and I like barbering since Puerto Rico. I started in my grandmother's marquesina. So that's actually called a driveway here. So I started in my casino, and the same as Kino, I started doing free haircuts. You know, economic crisis in Puerto Rico doesn't lead you to get a haircut every week. especially as a young man. It's hard for us to make money out there. So for me, I was leading a lifestyle on the streets, man, and this lifestyle, it wasn't really for me, but most of my family members, it's what they done. You know, it's what I grew up in, the environment I grew up in. Especially growing up in the South Bronx, you see more of it. Between the South Bronx and where I was growing up in Puerto Rico, Carolina, everybody knows Carolina, Monserrate, all that is, it's just full of caseríos and stuff. So you living in that environment all day, every day. So I wanted a way out. I was looking for a way out. So I went through so many things in life that led me right back to this, right back to barbering. So I went back to barbering about 2009, where I enrolled in Humacao, Puerto Rico, to Instituto de Banca y Comercio, and I took a 1-year course there because somebody had snitched me out, man, and I was cutting from my apartment complex, and it sucked because I got an inspector come to my house. He fines me $500. I go to the courts. I pay the $500. He comes back the next week.
Snitching ain't good, man.
And
Snitching ain't good.
so I worked out something with the guy, and I ended up going to school. In the course of school, I did graduate. I got my passed the state board in Puerto Rico. Got my license. After I got my license, with what I saved up from cutting hair, I opened up a unisex salon in Puerto Rico, in Calle San Juan, and in Pueblo de Humacao. From there, I stood with that shop for 2 years. I sold that shop to my professor. He bought it from me. With that money, I came to the States, thinking I was gonna be an owner, but things were, by the time I got here in 2012, the economy was just so much up, and it was so expensive. Real estate just went up, and I ended up just working at a shop. I ended up owning a few shops here in the States, but it just went left. That's what happens when you partner up. So now I find myself here in Connecticut. My career as a barber has been quite successful, I say. I've gotten to travel. I've been sponsored by products. So I've seen many places with just clippers. It's amazing to see that, because I never thought I would get to that point in my life, and I thought as a barber, you know, I wouldn't do so much. I didn't have quite the vision for a barber that thinking I'm gonna make this much money. There's barbers out here, bro, that I know, and they make more than what a lawyer makes. They're $100,000 barbers out here making $100,000 a year, man. So it's amazing to see this, and I'm just like, you know, it made me more passionate. Me going to barber battles. The first barber battle I went to here in the States was the Connecticut Barber Expo in 2013, and I actually competed on there. I competed in the freestyle. Shout outs to Showtime, because you won.
Shout out to Jay Majors too, man. Jay Majors, he put that together, man. Yeah, the tickets came out last night,
you can
midnight.
purchase them today.
Yup. So shout out to, he put it together. And go ahead, finish your story, B.
So,
but he gave that opportunity. Thank you, man.
Barbering saved my life because I was in a lifestyle, and I was looking at death twice in my life, and it's amazing that this took me out of that,
Same here,
and it made my road
December.
a little bit more positive. And now it's just all positive all around, which I love. And I'm starting to get involved more and more into the industry, because this industry has so much potential. It's $1 billion industry, dude. And, people don't see that, and
guys is the limit.
A lot of people out there, you know,
in.
especially corporate folks, which I also work with. They kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They kind of look down upon us. You know, like we just barbers.
Yeah.
You know, like we're minimum wage workers, and it's not like that.
No,
you know,
man.
we. Dude, when
A
you
barber
come
can
out of
make
my
more than a
chair, that
lawyer.
little smile
If you
that
put
you
that
got
work
on your
in.
face, because I'm changing your life. You know, we're changing your life.
I remember making $150 a week, and now
Same.
we can make it in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy,
right.
like-
you gotta work hard for it. It's not easy.
You know.
It's not just going, oh yeah, I'm gonna cut. No. It's putting in the work.
In this
too.
game, your hustle determines your salary. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not gonna hustle, if you're not gonna take every client that walks through that door, if you're not gonna book every appointment, then don't expect your pockets to be loaded with money. It's not.
That's
It's
right.
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Don't
So-
feel like don't rely on just like a $50 house call or something like that. Like you got to put that work in before any of these house calls or any of these
Yeah.
next steps. You got to put the work in. You
That's
gotta
one thing about
sit in
barbering,
the chair and work your ass off.
Consistency,
Yup,
responsibility, because your clients.
Yep.
I don't care. Like I hear so much about celebrity barbers, but to tell you the truth about celebrity barbers, a celebrity is not gonna come on my chair every week.
No.
That's
There's
just
some-
probably
there's a
once a
few.
month. There's a few,
There's a few.
but
But,
not
um,
all of them. So
don't
that's why
expect-
I don't call I cut celebrities and everything, and I don't call myself a celebrity barber, because my celebrities are the customers that come on that
Yes.
chair.
Oh yeah, my
They're-
clients.
My
My
clients
client.
are more important. You want to know why?
Oh,
I
yeah.
see my clients. I see 100,
Those are the
120
real
clients a
celebrities.
week. Those are the ones that feed me. Those are the ones that put the money in my pocket. Those are the ones that I relate to. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you guys a quick story.